You're still watching Metro File on Channels Television. We now head to witness another lovely celebration to mark 15 years of excellence with Emadeb Energy.
For many who know Emadeb Energy's the 15th year anniversary celebrations with a gala night in Victoria Island, Lagos was well worth it. The evening started officially when the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, arrived at the well-decorated venue. In his opening remarks, Odua Group Director Otunba Bimbo Ashiru urged the leadership of the company to continue in its upward trajectory.
I was looking at something when I came in. I looked at the growth, I looked at your entrepreneurship, I looked at your integrity. And integrity is doing the right thing when nobody is watching you. And that's what you have done, surviving 15 years in this terrain. But the pride is that you are an indigenous company, which is very good. And I was reading some papers. I was part of actually P&G when they came. I was part of the commissioning, groundbreaking and commissioning. And they said they were leaving Nigeria. Yes, fine. I can tell you, and the lady sitting beside Mr. Governor, she's from China, and her business is thriving in Nigeria. And you see, when you are coming into this country, you see so many people flying in. Most times, your plane is filled up with foreigners. So there's something in this country that people don't identify. And I always tell people, when President Kenki came to this country some years back, he said, Nigerians, you have no business going everywhere all over the world. Your resources is here. And he was tapping the floor. Because we're a country that is endowed with a lot of mineral and natural resources. And I can tell you, Debo and Gesoye, their company is a success story in this country.
More goodwill messages poured in from home and abroad.
I really wish I could be today to celebrate giant performance today. Exceptional performance, short time, but of course we have seen the value that Diego and his team have created. I know that we, the colleague, particularly in the downstream sector, always count on him for efficiency, for effectiveness. Whenever we're going to trouble around our supply chain, we always remember the Emadeb is there. And I'm happy to be associated with the growth of this colossus. And now that this company is actually migrating into something bigger in the upstream, and we welcome you also to the world upstream, where we know that the potentials of this company is great. Diego and his wife are really exceptional people that I personally know. And I really wish I'm here, and we look forward to greater accomplishment from the Emadeb group. And very hopeful that this country will witness just another giant in our industry. It's already growing, it's already getting bigger. And we in NPC Limited, in general, are happy to be associated with.
And so I'm so honored and privileged to be here today, to hear what I've heard, and to have seen firsthand the grace of God upon your family and upon your business. And I'm sure the Lord Almighty will take you to heights that you even never dreamt of. In Jesus' name.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
In his message, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu emphasized that the Emadeb story is an indigenous one we all can learn from.
But we can talk about the achievements, the resilience, the commitment, the shared vision and the passion that he has brought to his company to have grown it to what it is now. I will not claim to know all of the great details of the industry, but from a distance, I know that he's been able to weather the storm. I know that while others are falling aside, he has been able to stand very tall and stand very, 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 high up there. I remember when he also opened his tank farm, several years ago. I couldn't make it that particular day, but I went thereafter, to check it out, and it was indeed, at that time, I think it was one of the biggest, if not the biggest, at Ijegweba and rest of. And today's story, because he has moved from being, a family business to something that is growing internationally, and he has certainly succeeded in downstream. We need to be able to grow the GDP of this country, and nobody can do it for us. No external company are going to just bring up all of their investment and do it for us. It's we Nigerians, it's the indigenous companies that need to make those investments, that need to think out of the box and create the wealth that all of us can be proud of in this country.
As part of the evening, there was a stimulating and engaging symposium and a sumptuous dinner with lots of entertainment in between. One of the highlights of the evening was the unveiling of a new logo for the company.
Ladies and gentlemen, unveiling the brand new logo of Emadeb Energy. Thank
The launch of the Emadeb Energy Foundation and a toast to future wins for the company.
100, 200, 500, till infinity and beyond. To Emadeb Energy!
Gentlemen,
Cheers.
this here's another one for the
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shody. I'll be your MC. I'm going to hand you over to the one and only DJ Embassy. We're going to dance the night away. There's lots to eat, lots to drink. Let's have a good time tonight.
Ours has been a different story. Even though it was a journey with so much was like a bang, boom. But to the glory of God, that bang is what 15 years has, brought us to successes, a lot of challenges, and to the glory of God, lots of successes. Again, the next 15 years, like you said, we trajectory from the downstream, doing business in the midstream now, and now fully an upstream asset owner. So it's only the grace of God that could have actually done that.
The company has been known as a company that transfers values to customers and also stakeholders within the industry as well. And what the visionary of the company have been able to do is to ensure that no matter the circumstances, is to do the things the right way and the legitimate way as well. And that has helped us grow organically We've been able to grow the business from a trading company by also getting a depot license and setting up a jetty in somewhere in Lagos. And from there, we're expanding to retail business and other arms of the business as well. And it's been an interesting journey for the last 15 years.
I would say this journey hasn't been devoid of challenges, but you know, there's a saying that tough times don't last, but tough people do. You know, we've always had our eyes on value. That's right at the center of who we are at Emadeb, value creation. So that has helped us weather all the storms that we've encountered. And as we know, there's been different forms of storms. But we have stayed because we have our eyes on not just short-term value, but long-term value creation, delivering exceptional value to all stakeholders. And that's why we're here.
His selling point is integrity. When I saw a young man walk through the office and identified that this is a man that will go places, I told him, don't beat about the bush, Wale. Go get yourself a depot.
Emadeb Energy Services Limited became the first oil marketer to take advantage of the deregulated downstream oil sector by bringing in 27 million litres of PMS for local consumption to its jetty in Ijegun, Lagos at a cost of about $17 million. Emadeb Energy also unveiled its 120-ton storage LPG plant in Abuja recently. The latest achievement is Emadeb's endeavour in the upstream sector with a drilling campaign in the Ibom 3 acreage, some 30 kilometers offshore Port Harcourt in Rivers State. The venture will see the group become an oil-producing company, a feat they attribute to the grace of God.